In this video, we will be seeing how to implement search in Laravel using Laravel Scout. First of all, you can open this documentation URL. I'll give the link for this in the description. And you can open this documentation, scroll down, and we have to install Composer require Laravel/Scout. Copy this one and we can open our IDE. So here we can see I have created a new Laravel project. This is a complete new Laravel project. You can see that. So here I have simply created a new Laravel project. So you can simply create one using Laravel new search. If you don't know how to create a new Laravel project, you can refer our videos. We have already done a video on this. So simply create one. So you can see I have created this one. And here we can see I have selected the MySQL as the database. I have run the migration also. And that's it. So here this is the project. And we can open the routes folder. So we can go to web.php. And here we can add a route. So before that we have to install the Scout library. So here we can run the Composer require Laravel Scout and hit enter. So Laravel Scout is added to our project. Now we can go to the documentation and we can copy this line. We have to publish this provider. So we can copy this one and we can paste that here and run it. So you can see it is published, and we can go to config section here and you can see scout.php. And if you scroll down, you can see the driver by default is set to Algolia. So we will be changing this to database. So you can copy this one, Scout driver, and you can open the .env file. We can come here or somewhere and we can add this one and we can set this to database. Now we can go to the documentation. Here you can search for this one and you can see, so this one. So here we can come to this database engine and you can read this. So read this to understand more about this one. You can do a lot of things. So we'll be covering only the basics. So we'll be seeing how to search from the database. So we will not be covering all other things like the Algolia. So there are many other things. So you can refer the documentation for that. So we'll be only covering the basics. So we'll be seeing how to make a search using this package. So here after this publishing part, you can see that we have to add this use searchable to the model. So you have to add this to the model in which you wish to do the search. So simply add this one. So we already have a user model. By default, Laravel has this user model. So we'll be using that. So for that, you can go to the model section. And inside the model, we are having the user model. So here we can add searchable, and that's it. Now this will automatically add this use statement on the top. If you are using some other IDE, you might have to type this in. So I'm using PHP Storm. So this will happen automatically when I search, add this one. Okay. So you have to simply add this use statement. Okay. And add this searchable here. And now we have to add one more thing, that is a function. So we will discuss that. So go to the documentation. You can scroll down in the documentation and here we can see there are other things like Algolia and the Melee search, etc. So we will not be checking that right now. We can do another video later on. So you can come to this section. Okay. We can see that we have to define this toSearchable array. So we can do that. So simply copy this one. So we only need this one. So we'll be doing the array another way. So you can simply define an array instead of this one. That will be much easier. So you can come to the model user here and come to the bottom and we can add that function here. You can simply type here to search and you can see the function here suggested. So we have to add that function. That's it. And here we can return an array. And inside this array, we have to specify which field you wish to search for. So let's say we want to search the user with the name. So you can give the field name. And in our case, it's name. So if you wish to use the name field to search, you can do this $this of name. And if you also want to add something like email or maybe username, if the user has a username, you can give that. So in our case, you go to the migrations database migrations. Okay, where's the user? Okay, this one. So you can see our user table is only having name and email. So we'll be using name and email. If you're having any other details here, maybe another field, another column, so you can use that. So right now we are having name and email. So we'll be using name and email. So you can also use simply one field also. That's up to you. So I'm going to use one more thing, that is email. And we can add this one like this of email. And that's it. So if you want to know from where we are selecting these, you can come here and you can see these column names. So you have to use the exact column name that you are giving here. Okay. So if you are giving full name, you have to use full name. Okay. So in our case, we are using name. Okay. So when you are searching, it will search name and email. Okay. So if you only want to search with name or only want to search with email, you can do it like this. Okay. So in this case, it will search both name and email. Okay. So now we can see how to search. So doing a search is very simple. It is the most simplest part, you can say. So we can come here. So before doing the search, we have to enter some data. So let's create a dummy function to create some fake users. So we have added a simple function that will generate a fake username and email and some password. So it will encrypt this secret word. That's it. And that's it. So this is the user details that we are going to create right now. So we can simply run this one. So to run this one, we can open the terminal and we can type PHP artisan serve and open this one. And this should create the user. So you can see a user is created and we can keep on refreshing. We added this function to the root, that is the slash. So that's why we are getting this details when we run this one itself. So we can simply refresh this one and add more user. So I'm going to add a lot of users. So we can do the search function. So you can see we are adding a lot of user like this. So these are fake details, okay? And that's it. Now we are having 33 users. So this is the ID, which is auto increment. So I'm guessing it is 33 users right now. So we can go back to the code. So now we have 33 users in the database. Now we are good to do the search operation. So we can create a route and we can give the route like a search. So you have to set it to get and you can give any URL parameter here. So we're giving it as search and create the function here. So we are going to do all the code here itself. You can create a controller and do that inside. That is the way you should do. So since this is a simple tutorial video, we are going to do that in the route file itself. Okay. You should not do that. Okay. So now in order to do the search operation, we can simply use user, call the user model, and we can call the function search. So search, and inside that we have to pass the query. So we can add a request here, a request. So the request is illuminate/http request $request. So we can add that on the top. So simply type click here and type alt enter and it will add the use statement to the top. So I'm using PHP Storm. This is the shortcut in PHP Storm. If you're using any other IDE, you might have to type this or you might have any other shortcut as well. Okay. Simply add this use statement on the top and you can add it like this. Okay. So you should do this inside a controller. So we can use the request. We are passing this as a queue. We can pass the query as a queue and we can maybe add a pagination. So for now we can keep it like that and simply return this one and that's it. So we can see this one is here and we can add that to the top itself. Simply cut that from here and we can add that on the top and that's it. So the user model is added to the top. So we can remove this one from here as well and add this faker to the top. Okay, that's it. So we have added everything on the top as a use statement. So this looks much cleaner. So now you should get the search result. So okay, before going to this URL, you have to add this get here. Okay, otherwise you will get an error. So you have to add the get, and I hope you know that details. If you don't know all this, you can watch a video we have done about models in Laravel. So you can watch that, and you will get what this means, and there is first and all, so you could understand that and all. So we can now open this URL. So here we can go to the URL and type /search, okay, /search, and we have to pass query, that is q equal to, we can give anything. So we can give something like, we can search for this username. Okay, you can see the name is Dylan, so we can copy that and give that here. Okay, so this should return the user with this word in name or email. So this will search if the word this Dylan is found in the name or if it is found in the email. So if there is something before this Dylan or after this Dylan, that doesn't matter. If let's say we are going to search for this one, so it will get the result that is this one as well. So hope you understand that. Let's try running this, you will get more idea. See, when we search this one, you are getting this name here. So the query will be like using the like operator. So it will be having a like percentage this word, and after that there will be having another percentage. So whatever comes before or after that doesn't matter. It will check if this word, exact this word, is found in the name or the email. If it is found, it will return the user details. That's it. So hope you understand that. Now we can pass something else as well. Maybe we can pass email like example.net. Okay, so whichever user is having this in their email, it should return those users details. And you can see we are having 1, 2, 3 many details here. So we are having this much. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 11, and you can see the search is working perfectly. You can see the results are working fine. See, that's it. So hope you understand. If you search for this specific user, you will get that user only. See, that's it. Now we can see how to implement pagination. You can simply add paginate here, and we can give the number 10 or whatever you need. So this will be the number of rows that will be shown in a page, one page. Okay, in one page, per page, that is 10. So 10 rows will be shown. That's it. So if you want to, let's say you want to order this based on ID, so you can give that here, order by, and you can give ID, name of the column, and you can specify descending or ascending, let's say ASC, ascending. Okay, here you have to come here and add this. I will hit an enter from here so it is visible for you. Hope it is visible for you properly. Okay, so this should return the details in ascending order based on the ID, and there will be a pagination of 10. So now we can try running it. So if you try to refresh this page, we are having a query that is this user's name. So refresh this page and you can see a change happened. Current page 1, and we are having this data. So this data is the data that we are expecting. Okay, so everything that we need is inside this data, and everything else is related to the pagination. And you can see we are only having one page because there is only one user in this case, and you can see there is no previous or next URL. So we can maybe search for A. So there will be a lot of A's. So we can search that, minimize this A data so we can see the other details. You can see there is a page 2 and all. So if you go to the next URL, let's go to the next page URL. You can see search equal to query equal to A and page equal to 2. So you can see query equal to A. So the next page will be having query equal to A. So if you click this one, the page, let's open that. So the page will have query instead of Q. We are using Q. So by default, Scout is having query. So either you can use that or you can append the whatever things that you want to pass within the request. I will show you how to append as well. So we can use query. That is a better way. So we can use that one. Otherwise, you can see this one. This haven't done any search here. You can see the data. This is completely the data from the database. No search happened here. So hope you understand. You have to change this to queue in order for this to work. See, now the search happened and it is returning everything with A. Since we are using A, you will not be able to understand. So let's make it something better like this one. Okay, and hit enter. You can see page 2. We are having these details. See, so let's go to page 1 itself here, and you can see all the data. That is this much. So we are having till 22. So after 22, you can see the next result will be after 22. So let's go to the next URL, this one. Okay, you have to change this query to queue. Otherwise, we will change that later on. Okay, so you can see ID is starting from 23 and the results are also working perfect. See, so I will recommend you to change this queue to query so you don't have to worry about anything else. So let's go to the code. I will show you how to do that. So the best thing you can do is change this queue here to query, and this will work out of the box. Okay, you can simply change the query option to this one. So squat is having this by default, so you can set that. So if you want to append something, let's say you want to use search. Okay, so your URL will be like search equal to and something like that. So if you are using search, you can use append here. So we can append something like append, and we can give the key, that is search, give a comma, and we can pass the value. So in our case, the value is this one. Okay, a request of search. That's it. So now this will append whatever that we are passing, and it will add the search parameter as well with the URL. I will show you what happens. So let's go to the page. So previously our variable used for the search was queue. So we have changed it to search. Okay, so search equal to, and this will work. See, just like how we did with the queue, we changed that queue to search. That's it. Very simple. So now if you go to the bottom, you can see the next URL is having, you can see this is the next URL, and it is having search equal to and also query equal to. So query equal to is added by the Scout, and search equal to is added by us using the append option. So if you click this next option, you can see we are getting query equal to, and we are getting what we searched, and search equal to. This is appended by us. Okay, and the page number, that is handled by the pagination. So we are appending this one, and this will work because our search is happening based on this variable, that is search. Okay, so what is ideal is to avoid this one, appending this one, and you can use query. Okay, right now you can see the search is working perfectly fine because the URL is having search equal to example.net and page number equal to 2. So it will work. See, so what you should do is, instead of appending this one, you can simply use the one that they are recommending or using by default, that is query. So you can simply change this append from here, and you can use query here, and that's it. Now we can go to the page and simply refresh the page once more. So here you can do the search like this. So it will be search query equal to, and give the whatever thing that you want to search, and hit enter. So we are getting an error here. So I think it is not picking up this query properly. So let's go back to the code. So here we can, instead of accessing it like this, we can call input, and you can specify the query here, and this should work. So we can refresh the page, and it is working. So that's it. So simply change that to input, and that will work. So you can see now we can go to the bottom and check the next URL. Click this one, and that's it. See, the search is also working properly, and the search parameters are also working fine. So you can refer the documentation here. So you can see all those details are mentioned here, what to do and all this. You can see these details here. So you can simply refer the documentation, and there is a lot of things related to Scout and search here. You can refer this one, and it will be very useful for you. Simply refer this one, read this, go through this, and you will get a lot of details. Okay. So now if you're wondering how to get the values from these, we are simply returning it as a JSON. You simply have to, I will simply show how to get this to a variable and pass this to a view. So we can return a view. Okay, we can return it to, let's go to the view section, resources, views, and we are having one view that is welcome, and we can use that. Okay, so let's remove that, and we'll be using this one. So here we can remove this return statement and get this to a variable users equal to, and we can pass that here. So welcome is our view, so we are using this one. Okay, you can create any view. I am going to use this one as well. So itself we can pass the value here, so give a comma. We can use compact here and pass the users. See, we are passing the users here to this view that is welcome. So here we will be getting the variable $users. So if you print this one, the same thing will happen. You will get this inside a view. So here we can simply type something like let's create a for each. So you can see I have simply added a for each users, which is the variable that we are passing from this route. You can see that, and here we will be getting that, and we are getting each users here, and we can print user. Okay, let's print it. Okay, $user of we can give something like name. Now you will only be getting this name. So in order to view this properly, we can add this to a paragraph that will make it much more visible. Otherwise it will come all together and you will not understand. Okay, so now if you go to this route, you will get it in a different way. Let's go to the URL and refresh the page. So you can come here and let's go to the page 1. See, this is the search result. So we are only displaying the name and you are getting only the name here. Okay, so if you want to add a link to the next page, or if you want to implement the pagination, it is very simple. So to show the next page and previous page, etc., you can come here after the for each. You can open this braces and call users of links. That's it. Now this will send all the links and all those details. Let's go to the page and refresh. So here we can see we are not having any next URL or anything. So simply refresh this page and you can see we are getting the next URL and all. You can see that here. See, so you can see these links and all. These are, you can modify this. You can publish the pagination option and you can modify that, or you can simply use bootstrap file and it will work. So we are not going to touch the UI part. So if you click on next, it will work. See, this is the next page. That's it. And if you see here, we are not having the next link anymore, and only the previous link is working. See, so that's it. You can see that. You can see these icons here, these large icons. So they are simply the links with some UI elements as well. You can modify it. You can easily modify it. We can do a video on a pagination, so you will understand this. It is very simple. You can either use bootstrap or anything, and this will be automatically corrected. So that's that. So hope you understand this pagination is added properly. You can also use the next link only from the JSON response, and you can use it according to your logic and all. So hope you understand this. So that's all with this video. Hope you understand. If you have any doubt, you can leave a comment below and I'll respond to them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more such videos.